that connection just went from, 1 bar to 4 bars. So at the very least, Sergey has a chance. He's got stalemate though, or he's got a queen.
Oh my, King H2. King
Oh
H2.
no, he's gonna lose on time. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He saved the game. Oh my gosh.
Promoted to a knight.
Levon doesn't even act like it was like nothing but a thing. He just under promotes to a knight with check and saves the game. That was so great. Oh my gosh, that was so great.
That was unbelievable. That was so good.
I played a training match against Grishuk, and so the score was 18-2.
Wow.
So the guy didn't leave me any single chance, so that's a good news to you.
Well, hey everybody, we're back. This is live, and everyone got to hear the end of that story with the 18-2 final score. With us, Grandmaster Levon Aronian and Sergey Karjakin. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Always ready.
Always ready. He was born ready. Well, I think we're ready. I think the fans are ready. We still got 4,000 of them waiting patiently for our next quarterfinal matchup to begin. If you're just joining us, Hikaru Nakamura barely got by Ali Rizi Firouzja by a score of 9.5, 7.5. He was down a game with only 6 minutes to go, but managed to pull it off. So Robert and I will have the call here. Levon and Sergey, we wish you both the best of luck, and we'll see you for interviews on the other side.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right. Well, we will ask the players to go ahead and mute themselves, and they can mute us on Zoom so they don't have to hear our banter. We know they want to hear me, but not you, Robert. So
you're absolutely right. It sounded like Levon especially wanted to hear you and not me. I mean, he pretty much asked for as much. He knows I'm going to hate on the Boston Celtics, and we can have that, right?
Well, anyway, it's been quite the fun. experience hanging out with Levon in off-air settings. For those of you who didn't catch him during our World Chess Championship coverage, he's he's a fun conversation. So right now he is playing actually from the hotel lobby in a hotel in Germany where he is currently competing in the Bundesliga. So Levon wanted to play in this event so badly that he made sure he could schedule it in between playing earlier this morning, and then I think there's a team dinner tonight. So Levon is ready to rock, and so are we. So let's go.
Yes, and he's playing from the Bundesliga, as you mentioned. He drew his game with Marcus Rager, and props to Sergei Karjakin, by the way, who's playing from Shemkir, where he beat Vishy Anand today. And they were talking back and forth a little bit, saying, well, Sergei said to Levon, well, I used your idea against Fabi from the Grand Chess Tour, and I made some tweaks and it helped me beat Vishy Anand today. So that's a nice game played by Karjakin. We'll see how his skills hold up.
It's one of the best parts about these online events. I mean, seriously, we're super fortunate that these guys are willing and able to join us in between, like you said, Karjakin playing with Magnus Carlsen, Vishy Anand, Anish Giri, and Shamkir, right? Levon playing from the Bundesliga. So it's just kind of cool that we're able to get players of this level, players of this class, to throw down in events like this in between their over-the-board events. So.
Yep, and
we are ready to rock as soon as we are ready. Here we go. All right.
Ooh, okay, Levon.
And the timer will begin. We have 30 minutes of bullet between these two amazing players. Don't go anywhere, everybody. So who do you think is going to win this one? So Hikaru picks Sergei in this match. Who do you think?
Well, after Sergei's story about losing 18-2 to Grishuk, I'm going to have to pick Levon because that just scares me off. And right now, Levon with the white pieces here, he's a better center. It's a Pirtz, sort of very standard line for black.
Yep.
Whites can get the two bishops after a move like h3, but instead he was queen to d2 first. And so never mind about the two bishops point. But both players moving very slowly, which is
yeah, this is like, I feel like they think this is the Speed Chess Championship with an increment. We need to remind them, guys, there's no increment here.
Yeah.
You got to play fast.
I think they know. And in fact, it makes me want to hop in here and play because, you always say to me that, Robert, you need to play more quickly. I'm like, I'm not the only one anymore. Ooh, 93 is nice. That bishop is
93 trapped the bishop. If bishop h5, g4 was coming, everybody. Levon in a great spot here as white with black's king wide open. But, okay, Sergei, he's known as the Minister of Defense for a reason.
We'll
see if he can defend this bad position.
Yeah, he's
here
up
comes
pawn.
Knight h6.
Yeah, f7 falls. But taking f7, there's rook e8. Okay, he's put knight d6.
Okay, you can't move the knight yet. There would have been back rank.
No, but knight d6 and knight takes e8 with check. So he missed that opportunity there.
Oh, knight d6 was good.
And, okay, they played 30 moves in 30 seconds, which is, a second per move, which sounds really fast. But if you think about guys like Firouzja and Hikaru, ooh, knight f5 with check. Take on e2.
Knight f5 was actually somehow this turned around. The middle game that was all Levon is an endgame where only black can win, and Sergei is no longer down on the clock.
Yep. So Sergei is going to take this first game, I guess. That c-pawn is unstoppable at this point.
And indeed he does. Sergei Karjakin strikes first, and we're going to find out what these two guys are capable of. This has been one of the most intriguing matchups, I guess, from a storyline perspective, because as we've said many...
Levon's playing Genghis Federico Perez Ponce is getting ahead of himself here. I guess he challenged Levon to a game by accident. And there's the ambulance for this game because
they aborted that game because Levon. Don't you get irritated when like it's like when people are stream sniping and they're trying to challenge you in between you playing somebody else?
Yep.
Hilarious.
And so they're going. Is that Mickey Adams over Levon's shoulder?
That is Mickey Adams, actually. I
can't see his full face, but
it is. I saw him walk in the door. It is Michael Adams.
Okay, well,
that's how you know you're in a Bundesliga setting. So many strong players just waltzing around Europe, and we're waiting for the next game to begin. We actually are going to need to add some time back onto the total game clock. Probably bring it back up to 28 minutes or so. We'll figure that out here in a second.
Okay.
There we go. Next game begins. Sergei Karjakin now with the white pieces and up one game in the match.
Serious connection. That's a low connection there.
That's a bad sign. A bad sign. Wow, this is as we said, the convenience of an online event like this comes with the logistical nightmares of connectivity issues.
Game was boarded. That is.
That's hilarious. At some point, we're gonna have a bullet chess match between these two. It's
Here it
going to
is.
start rolling. Here we go.
All right, Sergey,
Maybe?
keep your internet connection.
There we go.
There we go.
And
3
we're off to
seconds for
see
your
the
first
wizard.
round.
Now, all the players who play in the events know that they are at their own risk of internet connection, so that's part of the agreement. But Sergey
Sergey's-
looks like he is no longer in the Zoom call, so we're gonna continue to roll here. And all right, what do we got on the board here, Robert?
We've got a very standard English here where the bishop on g2 looks nice, but as we see, black is very solid, and the center e5 is well defended. This bishop on g4 move threatens to take on f3 at the right moment and put your knight on
Yeah,
d4.
this is a line that we see both these players play in the Speed Chess Championship, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And black wants to take on f3 and put a knight on d4 or put it in there first. And the reason is that when the structure changes, e2 becomes a problem.
Right.
So we've got black is going to take on f3 and double the d pawn. I think Levon has got a great opening, but he was better at the start of the last game and ultimately fell to Sergey, everybody. So we'll see if he can change his fate here. He's up 20 seconds on the clock, partly because of Sergey's bad time. Bad connection. So
Yeah.
now he's got a full connection.
It looks like he's back, right? Sergey is back. He's ready to play this. He is, fixing his internet, trying to fix his position and his clock situation. But I
Knight
don't
comes
think.
at f4 though.
Ooh.
Although it looks like it was just a tickle, just a check.
Yeah, and it's honestly one of those good moves for Bullet because you force your opponent to wait a couple seconds when they may not have the time to.
Great point.
But all of a sudden, it looks good for Karjakin on the board.
F3's falling, although d5 is hanging there. Both sides trying to come up with swindles, but the biggest issue is unless Levon finds a way to beat himself in the next few seconds, I think that this is just too much of time.
Yeah, and Levon could have won a piece with rook e4. Before he did all this, the rook on d1 was hanging, but both sides missed it. And we're left in this position where still great for
Sergey's going to let himself run out of time here and just throw in the towel the old-fashioned way by letting the clock run out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got a 1-1 tied match and doing the best we can to roll with these two guys who are, again, if you're just getting here, they joined us in between their official matches for their Bundesliga team. That's Levon Aronian. And playing in after a big win today in Shamkir. So they're joining us from Hotel Wi-Fi, which turns out may not be the best thing for them to be playing Bullet and in our video call, Robert. So we're gonna keep rolling with this and do what we can. Okay, we're waiting for the next game to begin. Maybe these guys don't know that they're supposed to rematch each other. It seems likely.
Or maybe their connection's down. Should we play Bullet instead? Should just you and I play against each other?
You want to play some Bullet?
I feel like we should. And we can always abort it, right? As soon as they, agree to a draw or whatever.
I'm just enjoying this right now. This is just rolling with the punches, We still got 4,300 people watching this nightmare of a tech experience.
So, you want to go in there for a quick Bullet game?
Yeah, you want to play me?
I feel like we should.
All right.
I mean, just to show everybody how much better than us they are, right?
Yeah, why not?
Come on, challenge me.
These guys have to be told to rematch each other at some point. You want white or black?
I don't care. Don't care. Just let's do it.
Okay, well, I already started typing with me being white. So
all right.
We haven't played 1-0 in so long.
I know.
1-0 is a totally different thing than 1-1. Oh, my God. Why do you have to play such bad openings your whole life?
Because I just want to show you what's about to happen.
It doesn't matter what's about to happen. Okay.
It's about to go down. Give me that bishop.
Are you yelling timber?
I'll be the one. Oh, you give me that French bishop. How could you? You know how much I hate the French.
I'm doing everything I ever wanted to you right now.
This is
I'm going to checkmate you on the king side. Hope you're ready.
Go for it.
I will. I
you
shall.
Meet it first.
Actually, does either one of us like our position?
No. I think we're mutually upset here. Look at you.
This is disgusting.
Give me this.
This is bad chess by everybody.
Yeah, but it's a party, and we're happy to be here. Are they back yet?
Oh, I just blundered the c pawn.
Yeah, you did. Next comes d4. I promise you. That's coming
no, it's
down.
not. Get out of here.
Look.
Let's just say this won't be my first time defending a lost position against you.
That's true, and it will not be your last either. All right, let's get this a pawn rolling. Oh, I hung a piece.
Yep, you
Don't
did,
take it.
and I was waiting for it.
Don't take it.
Why do you think I played rook c3?
You're so sneaky.
Why do you think I did that?
That
Because
hurts
it's not
so
my first
bad.
time swindling you in a lost position, Robert. And
It's
again, it won't
so
be the last.
it's so annoying. I
I
don't like
know.
you.
I'm so annoying. I agree with you.
We used to be best buddies.
We
All right,
used to be. What's going on?
what's going on? Am I floating?
This is awesome.
All right, Danny, you're going down here.
I don't
Look at
even
this.
know what the. Oh, wait. I'm down on time. Now I got to actually play seriously.
Look at the pawns here in this ending. What do you think about this ending?
I don't
Oh,
care
run,
about the ending.
run, pawns. Give me that. Give me that. Uh. Oh no, I missed that. Danny, you're so no. All right, we back. Can we watch people play besides me now?
All right, are we going or what? Let's reset the game clock to 28 minutes, please. Officially communicating to my staff via live means over the Twitch chat. Oh man. Oh man.
Danny, you got me on the show. Everybody watching saw you beat me.
I
So,
know.
you
I
so
hope it felt
happy.
good. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me, baby.
Honestly, I'm happy for you. And you know me, I prioritize your success over my own
Yep.
personal
Let's
happiness.
go. 28 minutes.
Well, no, they played two games, so 26 minutes, I guess.
Oh yeah, 26 minutes now. 26 minutes, Arn. Here we go. We've got a Nightorf, and we have 26 minutes unofficially. Just keep. Why are you showing the mouse?
Just to show everybody what just happened there, you know. I need
That's
a new
called
one.
because I flagged you.
Yeah, I need a new, a 21st century mouse instead of a 19th century mouse. All right, so
Yeah, but I have to admit, I actually need to work on the mouse speed of this. We haven't quite figured out this. I haven't done a lot of playing Bullet from this streaming computer because this is where we normally host our biggest events. So,
right.
Anyway, fun stuff. Welcome everybody to the Chess.com party. This is the Bullet Chess Championship. If you're joining us via the homepage, we have got the best players in the world throwing down right now in the quarterfinals portion. It's
Rook
been
takes
running
five.
all
Rook
week.
at 5. Rook at 5. It was coming for a while. 97 check.
Wins a piece. Levon Aronian swindles Sergey. You see a smirk there from Sergey.
Yeah, just like, what can I do?
And he's going to bring the knight around to d5, and this is rough town for Sergey right now. Minister of Defense going to have trouble, trouble going to Parliament with this one. Okay.
Defending down a full piece.
Although again, we see connectivity issues now for Levon.
Yeah, can they get that fixed there?
All right. Well, whoever gets by in this match is going to be okay. Here comes a rook, and Sergey throws in. We now have a 2-1 lead for Levon Aronian, who has won the last 2 games in a row. If you're just joining us, he lost the first game in this match, but seems to be recovering right now.
Yeah, and well, the real question is, will Sergey Karjakin's internet please stay up? And right now it's down to 3 bars. I'm always looking at it. I'm wondering, is it going to go down to 2? But we have this opening again where you're going to try to play a3, b4.
Yep.
Black's going to do the same thing with bishop to g4 as he did in the previous game. And that became a mess. It's a bit of a time scramble.
Yep.
And very standard plan here. So bishop b2 in this game rather than bishop to e3, now knight d4, going after the e2 pawn.
Very typical stuff in this structure. Again, as we highlighted previously, the e2 pawn is a problem.
Yep.
Okay, but so what is the deal with this position with the d pawn being weak? I mean, we've seen Sergey invite this twice. Is this not just good for black?
Well, he likes that he can go after the c7 pawn, right? So here in rook c1, he can go queen c2. And nicely timed to f5. Very nice.
It has to go to g5.
Well, also the a4 pawn is hanging, so it's queen c4 here. Okay, or not.
I thought the knight would go to g5 and try to get situations where, maybe the knight is hitting f7 instead of the queen, but I guess that wouldn't have been possible.
Oh, yeah, you definitely had a point there. And watch out for this diagonal now. So bishop g7 is wait, d8, he hung a rook. He hung a rook.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Levon hangs a rook.
And
we're having some blunders by all parties involved. And only 18 seconds, though, for Sergey. So Sergey may be up a rook, but he doesn't have the most time in the world. This is where we start to see whether these guys have the bullet skills to compete uh, with the best time scramblers in the business, guys like Ali Riza, guys like Hikaru Nakamura. So you got to be able to win a game like this up a rook with 14 seconds.
Yeah, and I think it's going to happen. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
so much
Here
time
comes
left
rook
now.
c6. Should be pretty straightforward. b6, b7, sack the rook.
Oh,
He does it right away.
yeah, he's going to go knight to D or knight f4,
and then get a queen.
Spending a lot of time though. He might not win.
What is he? Does he not realize he's down? He's got a horrible lag connection. He's
Wow.
going to lose on the clock. He needs to take the pawn to ensure the draw.
Yep.
Okay, suddenly he figured it out. He's only got 3 seconds, but he should still be able to win. That connection just went from, 1 bar to 4 bars, so at the very least, Sergey has a chance. He's got stalemate, though, or he's got a queen!
Oh, my king h2. King
Oh,
h2.
no, he's going to lose on time! Oh, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He saved the game. Oh my gosh.
Promoted to a knight.
Levon doesn't even act like it was like nothing but a thing. He just under promotes to a knight with check and saves the game. That was so great. Oh my gosh, that was so great.
That was unbelievable. That was so good. And do you think he has pre-move queen on, or he doesn't even have promote queen automatically, so he had to choose the knight, or did he alt it? What do you think?
I don't even know. I'm going to guess that he didn't have auto queen on because he's not that experienced of a blitz or bullet player. So I think Levon was fortunate enough to just have the piece palette pop up. I don't think he knows the alt thing at all. I think, by the way, we're talking Chess.com lingo here. If you hold alt when you promote, you're given a piece palette to choose from, even if you have auto queen on. The score is actually Aronian 2.5, Karjakin 1.5. We will update the scoreboard here in a second.
That was so funny. That was so funny. I can't get over that. Okay,
that was awesome.
So we have this game.
And again, I think it is. That was one of those really rare things where it was fortunate that Levon doesn't play that much online chess.
Yep,
I really do. Okay, but now we see Karjakin getting down on the clock again, and this is not because of lag this time. We see he seems to have a stable connection in this game.
I think it was earlier because of lag. It moves 8 and 9 or so.
Okay. Again, it looks like one of the biggest issues of the day is going to be which of these two has a more stable connection. So they're fighting against the elements, so to speak.
Yeah, and look at that, a free rook. And just judging by the graininess of the video camera, it looks like Levon's connection is much better, or he's just in a much more sun-filled location.
Yeah, Levon, I mean, this is one of the first times he's joined us away from his dark light, where he's, growing unmentionables or dancing disco by himself in his apartment. Those of you who've watched the Speed Chess Championship know Levon's normal setting.
Yeah, it looks like a disco out there.
But not anymore. Now Levon is in, we've brought Levon into the light.
Yeah, he looks... All right, so what's going on here? Levon with black, he has a strong, solid center. The knight on e4 is well placed. He can always jump back to c5. So it's not any danger. Oh, that bishop g4, pawn g4, right? Oh, the queen h4 comes. So never mind, not pawn g4. But at some point, pawn g4 is going to threaten to win that bishop. So you should probably go g5 for black if you can. And all right.
Now he's just going to hold on to the isolated d pawn as a target.
But
this has been Sergey's best game in a while here.
The e5 pawn, I don't know how much better that is, right? Because that can always be some pressure piled up. If you play f4, then your bishop's not good on h2.
Yeah, but it feels like d5 should be the bigger storyline. If okay, very nice maneuver though, putting the rook on e4. How irritating is that?
Very. It's h4.
h4,
okay.
Kicking the bishop back. Levon is just.
He's working it. D4 is coming.
It right now. I mean, just working it with a knight super well established in a blockading position where it's ideal.
Yep. Rook takes d4 here.
Very nice.
And queen c4, trading queens. Look at that bishop. He's saying, your dark scores are weak now, so even if you have this bishop.
And here comes more mating net opportunities. If this knight gets itself into g3, black has... Okay, I don't know why Levon didn't just play knight g7 right away, but... If this knight gets into g3, it's over, everybody. It's mate on h1, and you can count on it.
Yeah, but how's the knight getting there?
Knight d4, knight f5. I don't know why he hasn't done it.
Oh, you're right, because then rook... Yeah, because rook to b8, rook
He's had it. What is he... I mean, even there's no discovery by the bishop.
Oh, knight d3. Knight f3 now. Knight takes f3.
Knight f3 and mate on c1. I honestly am surprised that game lasted as long as it did. I felt like Levon was moments away from executing the mating net, and we have a much, much different story here right now between Karjakin and Levon Aronian than we did earlier, a matchup that was super wild and close all the way to the very last moments where Hikaru Nakamura squeaked by Firouzja. But here Levon is running away with it right now.
Yeah, no, it's been a good match for him thus far. He seems to be in control. His connection is better. So all these things put together lead to a better result. And, well, Lev is taking his time in the opening stage. He's been playing quite decently in the middle game. That game, the last game in particular, right? He had the isolated pawn on d5, but he works the position. And, well, here he might get work. Knight takes d5. Ooh, doesn't work here yet. Queen a5 first, but b4. And... okay, bishop on d4 is a must. Need to protect the knight at c3.
Yeah, but it does feel like Levon got a little bit too wild, and now this seems instinctively correct to try to open up the position while Levon's king is still in there. Bishop on c4, very nice. Put a rook on the e-file. Okay, c2's falling, though. I mean, does Sergey just trade on b5 and play queen takes c2? No, he decides not to. Okay.
Take c4. Now, black has control of these light squares, right? c4 is forever black's. Ooh, knight to b6 coming. Knight d7 meets it. And all right, he protected one of his big weaknesses. That pawn on c2 was a big weakness. Now can even go to c4 if you want.
Yep.
And things are looking a bit better for Levon than they did before. c4 now, knight is met by knight e3. In fact, knight e3 was better after bishop takes g7. Knight e3 won the game. Hit the queen on one and the pawn.
Rook e4 comes. Now you'll get to take on c3 as soon as you're into it.
Yep.
Because he trades first, then he'll play queen takes c3. Again, this should be a game that Sergey wins if he can just keep up on the clock. We haven't had an equal position this close in terms of time scramble yet, though. We've had time scramble, but not in a position that still could have gone either way.
No, we had that epic promotion to a knight.
That's right. That's right.
That was so good. I'll never get over that. All right.
All right.
Knight
c4 check. Bring the other knight into b1, and then you win on the queen side.
There it is.
He goes for it. Knight d2 to b1. I was highlighting the c3 route, but either way. The biggest issue right now is it feels like Sergey is trying to win this endgame accurately instead of just flagging his opponent. And this is where experience in bullet pays off. I mean, he just needs to he only has 5 seconds. He needs to make moves. I mean, he's going to lose this one because of the clock.
Yeah, his situation is not looking good over here because he's playing precisely, but not
quickly. You got to be pre-moving much sooner in this scenario. Now he's pre-moving. Now he's on.
Take the knight. Take the knight.
It's just way too slow.
Oh, wait, 2 knights can mate, right?
Yep. 2 knights can mate. He's got knight takes g6, but he's going to lose on the clock.
He did it.
He gets a draw just in time.
Oh, my gosh.
Just in time, Karjakin draws the game.
That was a save.
Okay, well, he keeps it close. He's still down 3 games, everybody, with 15 minutes left, so doable, as they say. But given how the match has gone, I'm not too encouraged yet by Sergey's play, because even when he's outplayed Levon, he seems to have that. You know what? He's playing too good at chess right now in Shamkir. He won earlier today, Robert. He's forgetting that bullet chess is not about good moves, dude. Start playing fast.
He outlasted Vichy in a really long game there, and that was a well-played game at that. But right now, it's not looking good for Karjakin's chances. Now 5-2. How much time's left in this match?
15 minutes. Okay, now 14 minutes.
Okay, so 3-game deficit. Each game can last around 2 minutes.
But again, right here, you got to just trust your instincts. Play a little faster.
But I trust Levon's instincts here because look at the position. The bishop on g6.
The 2 bishops are nasty. Here comes e4, everybody.
Although
watch out for the dark squares.
E4
he goes for it.
Gives it up. Look at you, Danny, calling the shots.
Hey, I know my Bronstein sacrifices. They my first clearance sacrifice, baby.
Rook takes e4 will be met with queen d5 check, so don't blunder your rook.
Yeah, but still.
Wait, queen d5. Rook takes h7's coming.
Oh, is he going to mate him? Queen d5, rook takes h7, and rook h1 on the h-file. Yeah, Levon stops it.
But rook f1.
Here comes rook f1. Oh, my gosh. What a turnaround by that net. He's got rook takes h7. He had rook takes...
Oh, my gosh. King
but this is even better. Just simple win.
Yep.
Hey, this is a match. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Sergey Karjakin continues to climb back, now only down 2 games with 13 minutes to play. This is plenty of time.
Yeah. Plenty of time here. So it's 5-3. Lev's got to keep his composure. We know that he's not the most frequent bullet player on the server, but, well, he's good. He's very good. And right now he's playing solidly. He needs to play more quickly I'm worried about that because as the time has been ticking, it seems like Karjakin in that other game before when he was able to maneuver with no time on the clock and trade off that final piece, seems like Karjakin is feeling the mouse a little bit better than Levon
No,
is.
he is. Yeah, I agree. Okay, but this is a game where we like White's chances, not just. Oh, now C2's falling though. He doesn't take it because of E5.
Yep.
I like White's. Okay, I was going to say I like White's chances in bullet because of the knight on the board, but now I think we're about to get a trade. Indeed, the major piece endgame means a draw on the board, but who will be faster on the clock? Right now it's Aronian.
Yeah, and I like White's king safety because in order to protect E5 very well, you might need to play F6. If you ever play F6, then your king's F is a little bit weak.
Yep, and here comes F4. Ooh, I thought he might go for it. I thought
F4 was smart. F4 was smart.
Yeah, maybe he should have. He takes and plays Rook D7. White is still the only one who can get a win. Oh, he didn't like B5. Very nice prophylactic move, A4, to stop the pin on the back rank.
Yeah, and I always say this in commentary. Whoever controls the pawn breaks often is better. Here, White controls the pawn breaks. What do I mean by that? G4 can be played right now, and F3 as well. And the king is
the rook over. You've got C5 threats at some point. So again, White is in control, and he goes for C5. He'll probably take A5 first. Indeed, he's playing moves before I can highlight them.
Yep.
Shame on him.
And look, if you trade the endgame, you loses black most likely because king D3.
He goes for it, but this should be a lost endgame for black, right?
H4.
H4. Yeah, he's down a pawn, and White can play B4. You've got the simple pass pawn.
Yep.
Should be pretty straightforward. Now you abandon the pawn and use the king side. That's typical decoy technique. Everybody, Levon Aronian, reminding the Russian of what Soviet chess school technique is all about, right there.
Yep. And that's that Armenian class, right? Just knowing how to
how it's done. Sergey playing this one out. I think maybe just some nerves. I think from a match strategy point of view, it's a bad idea to play any of these games longer than you have to when you're down on the clock. Remember, that's the point of this format. Look at that timer ticking above my head. Hashtag Jimmy Neutron over here. Okay, look at it. I'll poke it with my hair.
Do it. Did you do it?
Yeah, I'm poking it.
You missed
poking it.
You just look like a bird over there. I'm kind of into it.
I'm having fun.
Oh, poison pawn. I see a poison pawn accepted here for Levon. And actually, honestly, taking poison pawns in bullet chess especially, I think is a good idea. Because if there are two things that are really annoying in bullet, it's, as you mentioned, knights, because they can hop from color to color and just hit you in unexpected ways. And also being up material.
Yep.
Because
I was going to say material deficits,
Yeah, it's really tough to deal with.
And it's because of usually a lot of times in over-the-board games, everybody, you sacrifice a pawn, you understand how to get compensation, but there's a process to getting yourself back in the game. And frankly, playing with an initiative for a pawn or some sort of positional compensation for a pawn often takes time to think, right, Robert? So when you're just down material, there's that thing in the back of your head, even if you know objectively the position should be compensation for you. Gambits, long-term gambits, right? Like this. I think if you play a really dangerous gambit, like a king's gambit, a mating attack kind of gambit, that's a little different. But long-term gambits can be really hard to justify. So I like that black took the pawn, and I frankly, okay, well, wait, he's down a rook, so I don't know what happened.
He's trying to get tactical, and he missed many good opportunities there, but he's also up 11 seconds on the clock. So I think he will inevitably take this one.
Look at him trying to bring the queen to c. Oh, and now he wins back a little bit. That's why Sergey played rook f3, because he was worried about queen c5, but he blunders, and now you're going to say Levon has enough compensation for the he might. I mean, White's king is open. In bullet, I don't know who I favor.
It's the clock. I favor black for sure.
Yep. Bishop g4, threatening bishop f3 mate. Here comes bishop g2, but then he'll play d4, I think. Yep, he plays it.
a6.
I feel like I'm getting better at predicting these moves the longer we do this bullet chess stuff.
You are. And you can't take on b6 the a7 pawn queens.
Yep, a7's going to get a queen, and Sergey, again, objectively still winning, but bullet is what got him down on time. Or, sorry, the open king got him down on time in bullet, and I think Levon's going to convert. She's a lady on d1, so he has to give back the knight.
Take that pawn and there, queen e8.
Anything's good enough. Unless he gets mated! It's real quick!
No,
oh my gosh! Bishop d5, and he's got mate in 1! Oh, he loses on the clock! Oh my gosh!
Because the queen.
Can somebody give me something to chew on? I want to bite something.
the queen was going to f7, and so that's what Sergey. He pre-moved. Bishop takes f7.
But he didn't have enough time. You didn't have time. Like,
Oh
oh,
man.
there we go. I'm sorry, Hickey the elf, but I gotta bite on something. It's too painful.
Oh.
Man, this is crazy. I'm gonna let the elf just sit right here. It's Hikaru on the shelf.
Oh my gosh, Hickey the elf.
Hickey the elf. It's his cousin.
Oh, Danny,
Poor
I
man.
just, I'm. That's a great thing there that you got. When did you get that?
Aaron makes it. We got a lot of time on our hands here in Studio C.
That's actually amazing. All right, so we got a game going on here.
It's because Hikaru's so generous, by the way. Hikaru gifted a bunch of subs the other day watching our show, so we love him. It's all in good fun. But this is an elf on the shelf. Anybody who's not a parent, and there you go. Hikaru is live and with us. So.
And Levon here with the white pieces. He's up 8 seconds. He's got a knight. He's got a good position. These double pawns for black on the king side are not doing him any favors. And look at him bringing the king closer. He needs to go.
Got B4.
How's he get the rook trade that he needs? He needs to go like rook c1, c2 to d2.
He can bring the king d2, but then still, how do you ever Oh, he's got knight d4 coming. That's it.
Yeah, this is.
He should. Oh, if knight d4, there would have been rook e3 check. That's why he didn't.
But he has knight d5. Oh, he knight d5 check.
Oh, he had knight d5 check and he missed it. Would have won the exchange, cutting off the rook. Everybody.
And here comes Karjakin.
Well, you got to trade. You got to trade on e3. Rook d2. No.
Oh,
but then bishop takes d4, followed by king takes.
No, but the problem was the rook on d3 was hanging. So that was actually really smart.
The bishop on super nice swindle by Aronian.
The bishop on e3 took away the rook square.
Time on the clock. I'm taking a look at it.
To take on g2. This is actually still good for black.
Yeah, it's still good for black, but the time on the clock is.
Oh my God, there's a mate. Watch out for the mate. If there's rook d8, rook e8 mate. Like the rook.
Oh, he has it.
What?
Mouse slip. Had to be a mouse slip.
Oh, but he took off so many seconds off his clock. It might have been worth it. And Karjakin's internet connection is dying on him. There's an elf.
As we speak, Karjakin is losing on time.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, I'm going to let Hikaru just sit right here next to me for a little bit because I need his presence.
Yep. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know what to say, Danny. It hurts too good.
Hey, if watching people lose on time is wrong, I don't want to be right. Okay?
You never want to be right.
I never want to be right. I've gotten so comfortable being wrong. It's what makes my marriage work. It's what makes these shows work with you. You know,
you just always have been the bad boy. That chess is needed.
All right. Well, bishop takes g4 was the other option. Again, the biggest issue right now for Sergey has been his clock. Unfortunately, although of course we greatly appreciate him being here, playing from Shamkir, as you said, he won a great game earlier today against Vishy Anand. And we wish him the best of luck in Shamkir, but I'm going to officially say that a 5-game deficit with less than 5 minutes to go on the clock has Levon Aronian moving on to play Hikaru Nakamura in the semifinals. So.
And you know Hikaru is salivating in that matchup, right?
Yeah.
Because they've had some great matches.
Hikaru eats super GMs for breakfast. It's part of his balanced diet, right next to his quinoa salad.
It's true. So. What does Hikaru like to do? He likes to run half marathons. He likes to stream chess, and he likes to beat super GMs.
Yep. I don't know why you haven't played 94 yet and put the queen on a dark square.
Yeah, he should have.
I highlighted it a few moves ago, and he didn't play it. I know people think I just like to highlight things for a living, but if you want an artist, go to Uncle Bob's channel, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Now again, we've got knight g5. Okay, he plays knight takes d6. I thought he might go knight g5 because of queen d4 check, and then queen takes d6. And my voice gets higher when I see tactics.
Can you go any higher than that? Can you keep going?
I can, but, some people prefer hearing, and I don't want to hurt anybody wearing headphones. Well, Levon, again, I think he's just putting this one away. Only 3 minutes left. Not Sergey's day. Only 30 minutes is also not long enough to stage a comeback. Like, sometimes you need some momentum to build, and, we got a lot of bullet chests to fit into one day, so we figured 30 minutes was enough for the quarterfinals.
Honestly, Danny, I was too busy thinking about how you sound like Mika there. I thought you were about to sing Grace Kelly to me.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you're hitting the high notes.
Yeah, I do.
Look, who's walking? You see
I'll do
people
Lionel
walking?
for you.
someone walking in the hotel in Aronian's background. I thought it was Gelfand for a second, but I'm not sure.
It was a Gelfand stupor where he got his head like that.
Yeah.
I said it and you were thinking it and you know it. Okay.
I thought it
I
was
love how you try to be the politically correct one and then I bring it out of you by force.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought it was Gelfand.
All right,
Oh, man.
H6 is falling. Levon just doing work right now. Look out for G4 at some point. He'll just go for it, I think. If G4 Knight F6, you had G5. If G4 Knight F4, he would have taken. So I'm a little surprised he didn't even just do it last move. Now he's not going to get a chance.
He's too busy being up 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
Bishop
Oh,
D4. Very nice. Pin there. He takes on G7. Is he going to go for some kind of sack on F5 and undermine the E4 pawn?
He's going Knight C6 and 95.
95. Here it comes. He found it.
Take
Trade
that.
town. Ooh,
Whoa!
F4. I love that move.
I wasn't expecting it.
I
It opened
love
up the
that
bishop on
move.
C6.
Opening up the square, relocating the knight. He's got Queen F4 coming. Look whose king is going to get in danger as the time
C5.
pressure.
You want a piece.
Ooh. Levon
But-
blunders a piece.
But Knight
But
takes
he's got Rook G3 and Rook E7. Oh, he found
you're
it.
right. You're right. But Rook F7. The queen protects F7, thankfully.
Ah, perfect. Okay, full board awareness by Robert. He plays C4 to stop it. He says, your queen shall not. You shall not pass.
Uh-oh.
But here it
Oh.
comes.
Rook G8.
C4. Watch Levon go on to win this game. That C4 move is really going to come back as a critical
Rook C7.
stopping of the Balrog. Hashtag Gandalf reference you didn't see coming.
I did not see that come. D3.
Look, Rook F6 and H6 is falling.
D2.
He's going to play King H2, D2, Rook F6,
Rook
and he's going to
F6.
mate him.
Yep.
Watch it. I called it.
You did call it. You
Okay,
called
I'm like a
everything.
Babe Ruth of mating on the H file. Rook takes H6 is mate. He misses it.
There's no time. 2 seconds. Knight F5. Go, 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 go.
Rook takes H6 was just mate on the board.
Oh, my God. 0.8 seconds left.
But
Hey,
Rook
Danny.
takes H6 was mate.
Danny, you've done your best commentary in this match ever.
I don't know why. I'm seeing tactics like a G6 right now, flying like a jet, yo.
Accelerated Dragon.
Yeah. Soaring over your head, spitting flames and laughing.
I know that's your favorite song ever.
Wow. This is nuts. I hope everyone's having a good time here. If you're not, it's officially a you problem. What? We've got 50 seconds left officially in the match timer. But either way, as we called it, we are very clearly setting up and now previewing a matchup. Will Levon Aronian have a chance against Hikaru Nakamura? If he plays like this, maybe. I mean, at this point, this has been a one-way street right now, all Aronian, all night long.
Yep. And Danny, do you see the question of a username? Who's that handsome devil? They're just talking about you. You like that?
Yeah?
Just for you. Who's that handsome devil? That's their
Who's
username.
that handsome devil? I figured they
you.
were talking about Levon, who looks good today, by the way.
Yeah, he does. His hair looks
Yeah,
perfectly fluffed.
I mean, I don't know what shampoo he's using. I feel like he's a little bit lighter and fluffier than he previously was.
Yeah. Oh, man. So here he is with the black pieces. He's also up a pawn now.
Yep.
And his internet connection is stable, and Karjakin's is not. So
There you go. If you're joining us for the first time, everybody, thanks for being here. This is the first ever Bullet Chess Championship. Give us a follow before you go anywhere else. Sunday, we'll have the semifinals and the finals. So we've got plenty more chess today, but if for some reason you can't spend your full Saturday with us, be here tomorrow for the championship round. This is officially the last game. Magnus Carlsen watches on right now. I assume probably in his pajamas from a hotel bedroom there. If I called it Magnus, you'll let me know later. You know, the Hikaru Nakamura salivates for his next opponent. Levon Aronian is officially fresh meat. We will abort the next game if it starts and let the players know that they have done their work. They have entertained the fans, and it's time to wish Sergei Karjakin the best of luck in Shamkir.
Yep.
We will give it a second for the players to rejoin us. In fact, no, we're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we will have player interviews before moving on to our next quarterfinal matchup. The Bullet Chess Championship rages on here on Chess.com. Spend your Saturday with us. We will be right back. And we are back now with the players. First of all, as we talk to the fans here, I want to just thank both of you personally for squeezing this event into your schedule. We reminded everyone tuning in that Sergey, you won a really great game earlier today in Shamkir over Vishy Anand, and you're joining us from the hotel. And Levon, The Bundesliga team, I'm sure, is super happy that you're doing this, right? Um,
Yeah, of course.
of course. And so seriously, we know that it's both the convenience and inconvenience of some of these events like this being squeezed into your schedule. So thank you for that. Sergey, like we said, you played a great game earlier today. It felt like this match you just couldn't quite find the rhythm with some of the Wi-Fi there, maybe not being the best and most stable, combined with just being a little bit down on the clock.
Yeah, well, first of all, I played very badly, but also the problem was that I had very bad internet, and when I was playing fastly in the game, it was like I was thinking for 5 seconds, something like this. But actually, I made some moves immediately, so it was a little bit because of the internet and mostly because of my bad play. Do you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
we do. Sorry, we were waiting a little bit. No, but yeah, and we understand and we know that's difficult, and we appreciate you sticking it out. Levon, you feel like you played well here overall, and how do you feel about your momentum riding into the semifinals?
Well, it would be an overstatement to say that I played well, but of course I benefited mostly of Sergey's bad connection.
Levon, I have a tough question for you. Who has more chances, you against Hikaru or the Boston Celtics winning the entire NBA Finals?
I will take Boston any day. I'm not an internet playing guy. You guys know. I mean, bring them all over. I'll teach them a little bit about this game. But in the internet, it's all about the mouse, and I'm not very familiar with the life overall. So.
Okay.
Well,
I just want to know what you rate each chance as. Like, what's your percentage of beating Hikaru in your own words?
50%.
50. Whoa.
Hey, I like it. I'm with it, and I'm excited for the match. Sergey, I know it's getting late there. We won't keep you for too long, but I will say that for you guys playing in a bullet match like this with no increment versus what you've played previously as part of the Speed Chess Championship, was there a bit of a disconnect there? Did you feel like you were kind of waiting for the increment to kick in a little bit, Sergey?
Yes, actually, I can say that it's a huge difference, and of course, if we play with increments, there is much more chess on the game, and when there is no increments, very often players are playing just for a time. So
right.
For me, I would prefer to play with increment.
Well, thank you for fitting this event in and being here. We know it wasn't maybe the best way you envisioned this match going, but still, it was a lot of fun for all of us. Levon, we wish you the best of luck. We will see you in probably about a couple hours, I guess, for the match with Hikaru. So enjoy your rest.
For me.
But we will do our best and say a little something here on the Sabbath. But enjoy the next couple hours, and we'll see you then. Sergey, enjoy the rest of Shamkir and good luck there.
Thank you.
All right, well, as we say goodbye to both our players, we bring up the bracket there, fully updated to show you indeed what has happened so far on this day. Thank you to 4,600 of you with us right now, whether you're at Twitch or Chess.com TV. This is a lot of fun for us, and we hope it is for you as well. Robert, Levon Aronian, Hikaru Nakamura. Levon, I know he's going to downplay it, but he played well there.
He did play well, but not nearly well enough to be able to take out Hikaru Nakamura. And Hikaru's going to be thrilled, as Levon hinted at, because Hikaru's rating is supposed to go through the roof.
God, it's so funny. I love that this show is just bringing out the cynical truth. Hikaru is going to crush him on the way to 3,300. Let's just say it.
It's not even going to be close. Like, it's going to be such a demolition.
Oh man! I'm just kidding. It's it'll be interesting. In fact, I want to see what happens. Again, Levon doesn't play a lot online, but Levon has a good record against Hikaru in other types of formats, and so we'll see. Maybe if the stylistic difference can help Levon at all. But obviously, I agree that Hikaru has to be the heavy favorite in that
Absolutely.
match. So,
absolutely. And Danny, you probably don't watch BoJack Horseman, do you?
I do not.
Okay, well, Karjakin's connection reminded me of the episode of Fish Out of Water in BoJack Horseman, because like the entire episode they're underwater and you could barely hear, and it's what it seemed like with his connection, where it was so grainy and he seemed just like sad that he didn't have better connection, because he really wanted to win, right? Like
Yeah, he did.
He came in this trying to beat Levon Aronian. They're good buddies, so they were joking with us before the show.
Yep.
But it's a shame for him that he couldn't put up more of a challenge. But Levon did play well, all kidding aside. He performed well. His play was quite consistent. And even in situations where his clock was ticking down, I thought he handled that situation pretty well for someone who's not so familiar with Bullet Chess Online.
Yep.